It's 5 o'clock in the morning on a dark, cold Melbourne day. Most of us are still sound asleep. In a women's refuge, what looks like just another house on an inner city street, a young woman pulls herself out of bed. She's 9 months pregnant and she's just gone into labour. A little over 2 years ago, this young woman came to Australia. She doesn't speak English, she has no family by her side, and no one's allowed to know her address. She's a survivor of family violence, and she's been staying in this shelter for 7 days. Today, she's going to get up, she's going to pack all of her belongings, and she's going to take a tram by herself to a Melbourne hospital to have her baby. When she walks through those hospital doors, she's suddenly going to be surrounded by busyness, by other patients and other soon-to-be parents. But unlike many of them, she hasn't spent the last 9 months thinking about a baby nursery, buying baby clothes, or living in a baby bubble. She's been alone and confused. She's never seen the same midwife more than once, and she's just been focused on survival. Imagine for a moment how that would feel. But thanks to a last-minute call from a hospital social worker to Birth for Humankind, she's about to meet one of our trained birth support workers, a doula. Doula is a word that derives from the Greek. It means service to a woman. To us, it means sister, mother, and friend. For the rest of this woman's labour, this doula will be by her side. She'll be dedicated to supporting her and her alone for however long it takes until her baby arrives. And after that, they'll figure out what happens next, together. This is the story of just one woman, but it's also the experience of many. Right here in Melbourne, women experiencing social and economic disadvantage are falling through the gaps every day. What that means is that throughout pregnancy, they'll be more likely to feel isolated, confused, and misunderstood, and they'll be less able to access the system. They'll often be spoken to in a language that they don't understand without a translator present. In labour, they'll be more likely than other women to undergo medical interventions, and when the baby is born, it'll be more likely to end up in a neonatal intensive care unit. And after birth, once she and her baby have gone through all that, they'll be more likely to feel that their birth experience contributed to postnatal depression or anxiety and affected how they bonded. At Birth for Humankind, we know all this because the research tells us, but also because we see it every day. We also know that one-to-one continuous care from a doula can drastically improve these situations. That's why we do what we do at Birth for Humankind. It's why our organisation was founded in 2014, and it's why I'm here, braving small fears, talking to you tonight. Because we want to change things. We're already changing things and we want to do more. Because we believe that all women, everywhere, have the basic human right to safe and respectful maternity care. So how do we make this happen? Well, at Birth for Humankind, we match professionally trained doulas, volunteers, with pregnant and birthing women who are experiencing social and economic disadvantage, who have little to no other support. We have a team of 40 volunteer doulas who speak more than a dozen languages between them. They're compassionate and dedicated women, registered and retired midwives, student midwives, and professional doulas running their own businesses. In the past 12 months, they've provided one-to-one, dedicated and tailored support to more than 90 women, right here in Melbourne. Of those 90 women, 2/3 have had no other support person, not one single person in their lives. 2/3 were from refugee and asylum seeker backgrounds, and about 1 in 3 have been experiencing homelessness or family violence, like the woman on the tram that I introduced you to earlier. Pregnant women find Birth for Humankind through social workers, through midwives, and through caseworkers. They call us because they know that getting birth right isn't just about clinical care, it's also about social and emotional care. They also know that what we're doing can make a difference. Our doula support program has provided dedicated and tailored support to more than 200 women. The woman on the tram that I introduced you to earlier was our 200th client. Stop. But we need to reach more women, and we need to meet the growing demand for our services. Right now, we're supporting more and more women from non-English speaking backgrounds. To support these diverse women, our doulas rely on very dense translated hospital materials. Some of our doulas are bilingual, but not all of them. Right now, we're also regularly supporting women having babies in 4 of Melbourne's biggest public hospitals, but we're receiving an increasing number of referrals from Melbourne South East, near Dandenong Hospital, where we don't yet have the doulas to meet demand. This is where we need your help. And I got there before the bell. Just with $5,000, we can improve the care we provide for non-English speaking women by producing simple pregnancy resources in the 5 key languages spoken by our clients. With $15,000, we can also recruit and train 10 new doulas from diverse backgrounds and expand our services into the Dandenong region. That means an additional 30 women can receive one-to-one support this year. With $20,000, we could do all this and also provide more training for our doulas and for our partners on topics like family violence and perinatal mental health. Our service relies on so many different people doing so many different things. Not all of us have the time and skills to be a volunteer doula, but we've all got something to give, because each of us knows how important pregnancy and birth are. We know how important it is to be treated with respect, and we know that the way that we're treated and cared for during birth affects us as individuals, but also our families and our communities long into the future. It's time we need to get it right for everyone. Thank you.